Hello friends, my name is Chinmay Deshpande. I am from Department of Electrical Engineering. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about Introduction to the Arduino IDE. Now, there will be question in your mind, why that Arduino is important for any engineering category students, that is electrical engineering, ENTC or electronics engineering or mechanical engineering. So let's take this example. Let's say, suppose if I have designed one robot or robotic arm. The purpose of that robotic arm is to lift the object from one point or one location to another location. So in that case, if I want to make a prototype of that robot or robotic arm, then there has to be provision so that we can communicate with that hardware. So for that case, we should have two things. First one is the hardware and second one is nothing but a software with the help of which we can communicate with that hardware. So therefore, in such projects, we require either microcontroller or a microprocessor. So Arduino is the family of the microcontroller which is required to do certain tasks. Let's take a second example here. Now here you will observe that whenever person reaches near to that door, then that door will be open automatically. So it consists of sensors and it senses the position of that person. Then only that door will be open or closed. So again, for that case, we required interfacing of a hardware and a software. So here Arduino comes into the picture. This is what is one of the important application of Arduino. Besides that, we can use this Arduino for a monitoring device. Let's say, suppose if I want to monitor a temperature of the coil, if I want to monitor a pressure, if I want to monitor, let's say fluid levels, then for that case, we required Arduino. These are some applications of the Arduino. Now, let's discuss what is basically Arduino. An Arduino is an open source software that is a microcontroller development. It is a board which is used for building electronic projects. I already told you that here in many applications we require to have interfacing of a hardware and a software. So therefore Arduino is nothing but we can say that combinedly it is interfacing of a hardware and software both. So therefore, here IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. Why it is used? It is used to write the code in the computer software and that code we have to debug into hardware so that it can be used for a particular application. Now, we can use number of sensors to collect data. Whatever data which is to be sensed by the sensor, we need to store it in the memory. So for that case, there has to be interfacing between hardware and software. So here, the most important provision of Arduino is that we can connect that Arduino to the laptop or to the computer with the help of USB cable. This is what is a good advantage of Arduino IDE. Now let's discuss some important key features of Arduino IDE. First important key feature is nothing but an open source design. Now, as this Arduino is an open source software and if you Google, you will find so many number of blogs related to the Arduino. So if you have any doubt, you can ask question on that platform and so many researchers or say so many experts will give you answer or solve your query. So this is what is a pretty advantage of this Arduino IDE. Second one is nothing but a cross platform. Now, most of the microcontrollers are operated on Windows only. But this particular Arduino IDE, we can use it for Arduino, we can use it for a Windows, we can use it for a Macintosh, any type of operating system it may be. We can use it for a Linux also. So this is what is very good advantage of Arduino IDE. Third important feature is nothing but simple, clear programming environment. Now, whatever syntax which are associated with this Arduino programming, it is very easy. We can easily understood its meaning and we can easily write the program whatever you want as per your application. Fourth important characteristic or feature is nothing but it is inexpensive. Now, as compared to different types of microcontrollers, if we compare this Arduino with respect to a cost, then the cost which is associated with Arduino is very less. Next is nothing but software and hardware interconnection. This is the most important point or the feature of Arduino. We can interconnect hardware and software so that we can use it for a particular application. And the next important is nothing but the Arduino projects, we can use it for educational purpose. So these are key features of Arduino IDE. Now let's discuss some Arduino applications in the different fields. This chart gives you an idea about Arduino application in all the areas. So first is nothing but smart homes. So where we can use it, suppose if you want to have a motion sensor or outlet control or the flow control, sprinkler control, for that case we can use Arduino here. Next is nothing but for a defense purpose we can use. Then for aerospace, for a medical, for a traffic signal, n number of applications are there where we can use Arduino. Now let's discuss about Arduino IDE overview. Now what is an overview? This is a symbol of a Arduino IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment. It consists of three important parts. First one is nothing but a menu bar. Second one is nothing but a text editor. And third one is nothing but an output pan. So let's see. This is what is window of a Arduino IDE where we can do actual programming. The first one indicates you a menu bar, which includes file, edit, sketch, help, etc. The second one, that important part where you have to write your program, is nothing but text editor. And third is nothing but output pan where you will be able to see output of your program. Now let's discuss the 6 important buttons in Arduino IDE. So here first one is nothing but a verify, second is for upload, third is for new, fourth one is for open, fifth one is for save, and sixth one is for a serial communication. Let's discuss one by one what is the use of all these 6 important keys. Now the first symbol which is shown here is nothing but a verify. Why it is used? With the help of this button we can verify the code, whatever code that we have typed, and click this once you have written your code. Whatever code that you have written, you have to compile it, so therefore you can verify it with the help of this verify symbol. Next is nothing but a upload. Now what is the meaning of upload? Upload and transfer the required code to the Arduino board. Third one is nothing but dotted paper, which is used for creating new file. Fourth one is nothing but open. Let's say, suppose if I want to open any particular project that I already did. Next is nothing but a save. It is used to save the current project. And last one is nothing but a serial communication or serial monitor. It plays a vital role for a communication between external devices which is connected with a Arduino. We will discuss this about serial communication in detail in the next videos. Now let's discuss what is Arduino 328P. Atmega 328 is basically an advanced virtual RISC, that is AVR microcontroller. Now what is RISC, that is RISC? A reduced instruction set computer is nothing but a RISC. What is the meaning of that? It is a computer with a small, highly optimized set of instructions rather than to use more specified or difficult types of instructions here, such as complex instruction set computer. Now here at Arduino 328 or Atmega 328 is a 8-bit and 28-pin AVR microcontroller, which is manufactured by Microchip, and it follows RISC architecture, and it has flash type of a memory having 32 KB. Now here it has 8 pin for ADC operations. Now why ADC operation is required? Let's say suppose one sensor is connected to the Arduino board. The task of that sensor, let's say here we will assume that LM35 is connected. The task of that sensor is to sense the temperature, and we need to convert that temperature into digital quantity. So for that case we required a converter which is called as A to D or analog to digital converter. So therefore here Arduino 328P has 8 pins for the ADC operation, which will combine to form the port A, which includes from PA0 to PA7 pins. Now whatever operating voltage which is required for the operation of 328 is 5 volt. Basically it ranges from 1.8 to 5 volt. Now let's discuss important features of the Arduino. So in this tabular format we will discuss the features of Arduino 328P. Now how many number of pins are there? It has 28 pins. Then CPU, it has RISC, that is RISC and 8-bit AVR. Then its operating voltage ranges from 1.8 to 5.5 volt, but basically it requires 5 volt for its operation. Then about its programming memory, it has a 32 KB size. Then the type of a program memory is nothing but a flash. Now what is a flash? It is a kind of the memory that retains the data even in the absence of a power supply. Here EEPROM is 1024 bytes. What is EEPROM? It is the read-only memory whose contents can be erased and reprogrammed as per requirement. Then ADC 10 bit. Then number of ADC channel, it has 8 number of ADC channels. Then PWM pins, it has 6 PWM pins. Then after that comparator, it has 1 comparator. There are 3 timers with 8 bit into 2, that is 2 8-bit timers, and 16-bit 1 timer is there. Then enhanced power on reset, power up timer, these are the facilities or the features which are associated with Arduino 328P. It has number of IO pins, that is 23, and manufacturer of Arduino 328P is a Microchip. Now let's discuss this very important topic, that is pin description of Arduino 328P. Now here you will observe that different colors are given here for AVR, for digital, analog, power, serial, SPI, I2C, PWM and interrupt. Now whatever this side, the left side you will see here, that left side is nothing but these are analog pins. So therefore it is denoted by green color here. Now for Arduino, it consists of 6 analog inputs which ranges from A0 to A5. Whereas this right hand side, what it indicates, these are the digital pins. So therefore it is denoted by this blue color. It starts from 0 to 13. Now here, if you observe, to the 0 and 1, RX and TX is written. It is useful while serial communication. So we will discuss this in detail when we go for serial communication. Then there are few symbols before these digital pins. This is what is called as a tilt symbol. What it indicates? It indicates these pins are specified for a PWM also. Now let's discuss this pin description in detail. Now the first pin whose description is nothing but it is PC6. The meaning of this is reset. That is, with this type of the pin, when it goes low, the microcontroller and its program gets reset. So if I want to reset it, then here we have to send a signal which is low. Pin number 2 is nothing but PD0. Now here if you observe, from pin number 2 to pin number 6, it ranges from, or it starts from PD0 to PD4. All these are associated with a digital data. That is, these are the digital pins. Here PD0, that is a digital pin which can be used as a RX, that is input pin for a serial communication. PD1 is a TX, that is transfer, that is output pin for a serial communication. Then PD2, PD3, these are the digital pins, but PD2 it is used as an external interrupt 0, whereas this PD3 is used as an external interrupt 1. After that, PD4 is the next type of a digital pin, that is, it is used for external counter source, that is timer 0. VCC, that is a positive voltage, here the power is given. Next is ground, to which or here we can connect a ground. Then XTAL, that is XTAL1 PB6. This is what is called as a crystal oscillator. XTAL stands for crystal oscillator. Now this pin should be connected to one of the crystal oscillator to provide external clock pulse to the chip. Next is XTAL2, that is PB7. Here pin number 10 is nothing but XTAL2. Again it is a crystal oscillator, and this type of the pin should be used, or it should be connected to the another pin of the crystal oscillator to provide external clock signals or pulse to the chip. Now here next is nothing but these are the pins, pin number 11 to pin number 13, PD5, PD6 and PD7. These are the digital pins. Here PD5 and PD6 we can use it as a PWM. Inbuilt PWM function is also there here. Then PB0 to PB5, there are pins from 14 to 19. Again it can be used as a digital pin. Now here PB0 can be used as a counter or a timer input source. Then PB1 to PB5, here you will observe that we can use it as a digital pin. So this is what is the pin description of Arduino 328P. Now here AVCC means what? AVCC is nothing but positive voltage for the ADC. Again, for a ADC, some amount of the voltage is required. So here the power is given for A to D converter through AVCC. AREF is nothing but analog reference voltage. Again, GND, it is a ground to which we can connect a ground pin. PC0, PC1 and PC2, these are the analog inputs for the channel 0, channel 1 and channel 2. Then PC3 and PC4, again these are analog inputs, and PC5 is also analog input. PC3 is the analog input digital value for channel 3. Now next we will discuss about Arduino Atmega 328 basic hardware structure, how it looks like. So this is what is your Arduino. So here this is nothing but your actual microcontroller Atmega 328P. This portion is nothing but digital pins which starts from 0 to 13, and here we can connect any output device such as LEDs or relays or motors, etc. Then this portion is nothing but analog pin section of Atmega 328P. Here number of sensors we can connect here, number of sensors, and if I want to collect the data from the sensor, let's say IR sensor or LM35 sensor, then I have to connect it to either of any one pin from analog, that is A0 to A5, because it gives you analog input, and for operation we need to convert that analog input into a digital format. Then this is nothing but power supply for input and output component. So here you will observe that VCC plus 5 plus 3 is written. Next is nothing but this is a power jack which is used to give the power to the Arduino, and this is a USB port with the help of which we can connect it to the laptop or a computer. This is nothing but a reset button. This is used to reset your program. On a hardware also this provision is there. Thank you. 17 मिनट